Hello everybody and welcome back to another Red Sox video here on the New England Sports Nation YouTube channel here on YouTube. Wow. First of all, before I even get into this game, this camera angle might look a lot different, and it is different because I had to set it up from a new angle here in the garage because this light that's on. I usually set up the camera right here and it's facing this way towards me, which is what you usually see. But instead, I'm on the side because there's a weird reflection. There's like a weird ray coming off the light, and it's like it's like right in the middle of the camera frame, and it just looked very annoying. So that's why I moved the camera over here so it looks a little bit different. But wow, I mean, where do we even begin in this game? I mean, wow. You could not ask for a more intense, nerve-wracking game to start the playoffs. But the Boston Red Sox come out on top 3-1. And man, do we have a lot to talk about in this video about this game. Wow. What went right? What went wrong? Because there was both of it. There was both sides, even though the Red Sox won. And we're all going to talk about it in this video. But let's get this out of the way. The Boston Red Sox are up 1-0. But the series is not over. It's a best of 3. Red Sox need 1 win. Yankees need 2 wins in a row. And whoever wins this series plays the Blue Jays in the ALDS. But Game 1 is always big in every single series. Every playoff game matters because it's the playoffs, obviously. So this is a big win for the Boston Red Sox. Now, let's talk about it. Let's first talk about the offense for the Boston Red Sox today. It was a very horrible, slow first half of the game for the Red Sox. The Boston Red Sox through the 5th inning had 2 or 3 hits, no runs, and that was it. The Yankees, through 5 innings, had 1 homer and a couple hits. And the 1 homer came from Anthony Volpe from Garrett Crochet. So it's 1-0 Yankees. But then, the Yankees sub out Max Fried at 102 pitches. I think it was in the 7th inning. They bring in Luke Weaver, and the Red Sox get a walk. And then they get a double to make it 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And then Masataka Yoshida does it again. I said this probably in a video before, about a week or 2 ago. I said, can we get Yoshida to play like he did against the Blue Jays and Tigers? And that's what he did. As a pinch hitter, he wasn't even in the starting lineup today, because Max Fried was their ace lefty, left-handed pitcher. So the Red Sox bought in all of their best left-handed hitter batters, and it literally did nothing. So that's why when I made the Red Sox video in the pregame, that's why the lineup looked weird. Now I know why it was like that. And it didn't even work out, because all of the runs the Red Sox scored was from the Yankees bullpen after Max Fried got taken out at 102 pitches in the 7th inning. Yoshida gets a 2 RBI single to give the Red Sox the lead 2-1 in the 7th inning. Nothing happens in the 8th inning for the Red Sox. And then in the 9th inning, Alex Bregman with the RBI double to make it 3-1. A big insurance run. And the Red Sox won this game 3-1. Now, let's get into the pitching for both teams. I already pretty much talked about the Yankees with Luke Weaver giving up those 2 runs and when they took out Max Fried. Max Fried, one of the best games I've ever seen him pitch. I've seen him quite a bit pitching for the Yankees. That was easily the best game. The Red Sox could not hit his curveball all game. I don't even remember the Red Sox even touching the curveball. Not even foul tipping it or something. Maybe they did once or twice. But he went almost full 7 innings, and the Red Sox barely even touched the sweeper. the slider, and especially the curveball. They could not hit it. It was crazy. And then, like I said, then they brought in Luke Weaver, and they gave up the 2 runs. And then they brought in Cruz, then Williams, and then I think his name was Bednard. So that's how the Red Sox got their 3 runs. It was all at the end of the game. Now let's talk about Crochet. Best game for Crochet that I have seen. This man threw 117 pitches. 117 pitches. In 8 innings. With, I think it was 11 or 12 strikeouts. Only gave up 1 run. What a day. What a day. Crochet and Max Fried had their best starts I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if it is to you guys, but definitely, in my opinion, that I have seen in a very long time, that was their best. Both Max Fried and Garrett Crochet. Now, Chapman. Chapman was a bit off tonight. He did not give up any runs, but it got very scary at the end. We actually brought in Chapman for a 4-out save. We brought him in the bottom of the 8th. I thought the Red Sox were going to bring in Whitlock because they were warming him up. I thought Whitlock was going to come in for just that final out, and then Chapman would come in the 9th, but they actually brought in Chapman in the 8th to get the final out and in the 9th, and it all worked out, which is great. Chapman got the last out, but that last out in the 8th inning, that was very, very scary. If you know what I'm talking about. There was a fly ball, routine fly ball, to right center field. It looked like Rafaela's ball the whole way. He was like standing there ready to catch it. And then Abreu comes in from right field like a NASCAR driver and goes right in and scares the heck out of Rafaela. I don't even think Rafaela saw him coming by him when he went in front of him and caught it. If you saw in the replay, Rafaela kind of got spooked and stared at Abreu for at least like 10 seconds. Because it happened so fast. They were this close to running into each other. As there's a string on my finger. This close to running into each other. Not only the ball would have been dropped, but that would have ended in 2 injuries. That would have been horrible. But it was best case scenario because they caught it and nobody got hurt. And it was the end of the inning. So that was very scary. And then in the bottom of the 9th, we're up 3-1. And Chapman gives up 3 singles in a row. 3 base hits in a row. It was Bellinger, Judge. Who was the other one? I'm forgetting the name. I don't know. But it was 3 hits. Bases loaded, no outs, bottom 9. The Red Sox are up 2. The Yankees looking to walk it off. Chapman looks lost. But what does Chapman do? He locks in, and he gets 3 outs in a row and seals the deal. I mean, when I was watching the game live, when they got bases loaded, no outs, I couldn't even speak because you know how Chapman usually does. He usually does his thing. 1, 2, 3 inning. Game's over. Red Sox win. That was not the case today. The Red Sox still won. But it was not the case. Gave up 3 hits in a row. Base order, no outs. And then we struck out Stanton. And then the Yankees hit a fly ball to right field. It wasn't deep enough to send the runner in for a sacrifice fly. So it was 2 outs, bases loaded. And then we struck out. And then Chapman struck out Tranquillism to end the game. Wow. And the Red Sox win this game 3-1. And the Red Sox are 1 win away from going to the American League Division Series against the Blue Jays. The series is not over. It's not over till it's over. So the Red Sox have to win tomorrow to get to the ALDS. Now, I'm a little bit nervous for tomorrow, especially in the starting pitching matchup. I can't speak. The Red Sox have Brian Bello on the mound. The Yankees have Carlos Rodon on the mound. The Yankees definitely have the advantage on starting pitching. Now, that doesn't mean that's how they're going to perform. But on stat-wise, it shows an advantage for the Yankees. Brian Bello did get his ERA from 5 to 3 during the regular season. Hopefully, he'll pitch under of a 3 ERA for tomorrow. Carlos Rodon has almost the same record as Max Fried and has a little bit more higher ERA than Max Fried, not by much. Max Fried's ERA was like 2.5 and Carlos Rodon is like 3.2, 3.1. So it's a tiny bit below Bello. It's right between Max Fried and Bello's ERA. Definitely has a better record than Bello. So, like I said, the advantage is there. But we'll see what happens. This game was intense. This game was crazy. I don't think it could have been any more crazier. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. All the Red Sox have to do is get... I mean, I shouldn't even say that. No game is easy in the playoffs. So I should say, if the Red Sox win tomorrow, they are going to the American League Division Series. But I did say this. If the Red Sox were going to win a game in this series, it would most likely be this game. Because we had Crochet on the mound, and he delivered. And Max Fried also delivered. But the Yankees bullpen did not. That's why the Red Sox won this game. And the great move by Cora to bring in Yoshida to pinch hit that got that 2 RBI single. That was also a great move by Cora to get us this win. So if Brian Bello can have the start of his life, a great start, and Rodon is just off just a little bit, that could be enough for the Red Sox to go to the ALDS. If we go to a Game 3, no one's announced the starting pitching for Game 3 because we don't know if we have to go to Game 3 yet. We'll see. But if we do, in my opinion, I think the Red Sox should start early. It's either going to be early or Harrison. It should be early, in my opinion. Yankees, maybe Will Warren. I don't know. I don't know the Yankees starting rotation as much as the Red Sox, obviously. But I know Will Warren is there. But we'll see. We got to get through tomorrow first. But I'm just throwing that out there. But I think that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. What an intense game, man. Holy cow. I'm just glad the Red Sox came out on top because, man, the Red Sox started off very, very slow. Crochet kept it at a 1-run lead until Yoshida delivered once again for this team. Wow. What a game. What a game one that was. Game 2 is going to be crazy, I'm pretty sure. Every playoff game is crazy, no matter what the teams are. Because it's the playoffs. It's the postseason. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Man, what a game this was. Let's go Celtics, Bruins, Patriots, and especially let's go Red Sox. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.